Hi, this is Wesley from Onslaught, and I'm happy to share with you a project that never got to completion back in the early 2000s. This would have actually been my second Atari 2600 game to be released back then. Let's see what it is about and what I think made it interesting. So let's start with some actual gameplay first.
As you can see, this is an action puzzle game. You control a constantly bouncing ball, and the objective is to destroy all the checkered tiles by bouncing on them while avoiding falling off the playfield. Tiles have a specific effect on the ball. Some can't be destroyed, others push you in a specific direction, while another one triggers a double jump. More variety was planned for the types of tiles available. At the bottom of the screen, you have the number of tiles left to destroy, as well as other stats such as lives, etc. In order to support me in the creation of the levels, I have developed an editor as a native Windows application. Eventually, the idea sparked to make the editor publicly available and ran a competition on the Atari Age website for the best user-created levels that would have been included in the final game. Obviously, this never happened.
The game's display was an experimental exercise for me. All of the tiles are made of sprites. Considering that the Atari 2600 can only handle two user-definable sprites on the same line, I used a common timing technique in order to display six different shapes by rewriting the registers at the right cycles through some speed code.
The ball shape is actually made of a so-called ball sprite and does not support user-definable graphics. Therefore, it would look just like a square, but by manipulating its sides at each line, I can make it look more like a proper ball.
In order to fit all of the above code, as well as the color gradient effect, my kernel had to rely on a two lines approach and alternate the display of each line of sprites at every frame, hence the flickering artifacts. Considering the number of levels that could have potentially been submitted for the competition, I have decided to implement bank switching in the game, aiming at a whopping 16 kilobytes of ROM rather than the standard 4 kilobytes. The levels would then decompress in the tiny 128 bytes of RAM and still somehow fit. I have also coded a tracker-like native Windows application in order to create a soundtrack for the game. Unfortunately, I don't have the application anymore, and the music is definitely just a placeholder. Anyway, that was pretty innovative back then. Also, nowadays, several tracker applications are available for writing music on the Atari's 2600. I hope you have enjoyed this small trip down the memory lane, and I'm happy I had the chance to share this with you all. And happy bouncing!